G'day guys, I'm Zach. I'm the owner of Rising Sun FPV and Rising Sun 3D, and today I'm going to take you through how to order a 3D printed item, or using our 3D print on demand 3D printing tool. So from here, you'll jump onto our main website, so risingsunfpv.com.au, or you can jump just into Google, type in Rising Sun 3D, and the website's going to pop up. So from here, on our main website, just click on that one there. It's going to open up a new portal. So these two websites are separate, just for your knowledge. So we've got Rising Sun FPV, which uses Shopify, which is mainly for our drone parts. There is some 3D printed items ready to go with the files already there, but this is for the more bespoke items, which uses its own payment portal and everything like that, which is its own website. So from here, it's going to take you to risingsun3d.com.au. Landing page just here. You can see Instagram with multiple jobs that we've either got ongoing at the moment or completed jobs that we've got, bespoke customers, a couple of products, where we are, where we're located. Now, just as a reference, the 3D printing is all done at our Townsville warehouse, so not in Canberra. So we do all the 3D printing here in Townsville. So from here, let's go through and get an STL. So STLs or OBJs or 3D files can be found at multiple different websites. You can also go through and create those using Fusion 360 or Tinkercad or any other CAD program. So for example, we've got Prusa Printables here, Thingiverse, Colts, and My Mini Factory just here as well. Just because it's Halloween, let's go through and print out a little skull candy bowl. So what we want to do is we want to actually find the STL or OBJ file. So from here, we find files. We can either hit download here, or we can just hit the download button here. And this is going to go through. It's going to download that object for us. We want to navigate back to Rising Sun 3D, and we want to hit Instant 3D Printing Quote. We'll hit that one there. This is going to load up a little plugin that we have that uses for a company called Phasio, and the boys really made a nice program. Now, at any point that you do have issues with the program or you want questions or anything like that, we do have the messenger function where you can go through and start a chat with us. We do try to be fairly responsive, but sometimes we might be serving a customer or something like that. You can also give us a call on 0427 589 007 as well. Send us a text message, give us a call. We can guide you through the process as well. Now, we're going to have a drag and drop your models here or browse files. What we want to do is go through browse the files here. We want to select our skull bowl here, open it up. This is then going to upload the model into the 3D printing quote tool. It's going to upload it here. Now, what can happen is the models can take a significant amount of time to upload, and that's because either the model size is huge. It's quite a lot of megabyte. We have had like a gigabyte file come through one time, but it can also have a broken mesh as well. So what that essentially means is that a 3D printed object or a 3D object itself, STL is millions upon millions of triangles. Sometimes that these can't mesh properly, and they have something called an open mesh, and it will go through and actually repair that mesh for us. So it's going to analyze it now, and we'll go through and repair that mesh just so we can give the best quote possible, and it then allows us to download the model on our end once you've ordered it and chuck it straight on print without having to do much fixing or anything like that. And you can see here with this model that there was a broken mesh, and it has fixed it. So in the window here, we're going to have our millimeter or our scale if we want to go into feet and that kind of stuff. And we have the quantity that we want, but we want to be able to select what type of material we want to be printed this in. So we go to click to configure. So this is going to open up another little window where we have the technology where we have FDM, so fused deposition modeling, or SLA, which is stereo lithography. So FDM uses like the conventional 3D plastic. It's like a glorified hot glue gun, moves in 3 different axes. You can see a little blurb on it there. So extrusion method of additive manufacturing. And then we have SLA, which sort of uses a high-powered laser or an LCD screen. Goes through and cures resin, and it's great for busts and miniatures. Depending on what your application is, you choose which one. For this being a bowl, we're just going to go FDM. From here, we've got our material. So we've got ASA. We've got all these different types of materials. Now, if you're not sure on which one to choose, this is where you can go through and choose the Ask MGT. So this is the manufacturing, the manufacturing assistance. This is where you can go through. So what manufacturing materials do you have in your facility? So we can hit that try. If you scroll down, you can see you can ask a question. So you can go, I've got a bowl that I want to print. and I want it to be, silky, or I want it to have a really nice display, or I've got an object that I want to put out into the sun. What's good for UV resistance? So this is where you can go through and ask that this little bot, and it will tell you. So we'll just close that one there. So for this, for example, we're just going to choose PLA plus. PL plus is nice, it's easy enough to print. Infill is talking about the density of the object. Now you've got from 0 all the way up to 100%. This just changes the cost because it changes how much material we physically use. For display pieces and that kind of stuff, essentially 20% is good to go. For FPV drone parts, GoPro mounts, I would choose above 60%. It ultimately depends. Now, if you're not sure on all this information, what you can do is you can go through and actually on where you've downloaded the model, majority of the times the maker of the model will actually have some information. You can see this one here for example, you've got supports and all that kind of stuff. On other models, it will come up with use this many layers and that kind of stuff. From here, we just select 20%. Now we've got precision. So here at Rising Sun 3D, we try our best to print the absolute the best quality that we can. We don't really have like a draft quality or anything like that. We can definitely do that, but as an offering to the customers, we generally try and print the best that we can. So we're just going to leave it as default. It's nothing really can select. Underneath that, we've got color. So from here, this is where you can go through, pick the colors that you want. Now, just to note that the colors themselves, they are all pickable. But for example, I know that we are currently out of white PLA plus, but we still have it in PETG. So if you do select white PLA plus, you go through and you order it. What we actually do is we'll upgrade that material to the next version up. So if you order PLA Plus, we'll upgrade it to PETG, and vice versa. So we'll upgrade it. So you get a bit of an upgrade on that one, just because we don't have it in. If we don't have that in PETG, then we'll give you a call. We'll reach out, see if we can swap it to something else, or we can process a refund. From here, we've got our additional services. So additional services, so being supports removed and sanded, and then supports removed, sanded, and primed, ready for painting. Essentially, if you physically want the object painted, that's where you can just reach out to us and have a chat to us about getting one of the 1:1 scale statues painted if you want a big project or something like that, a massive display piece. So from here, we're just going to choose off the bed pricing. Okay, so that's not going to add anything to the price. But for example, if you do select supports removed, it's just going to add a $10 rate flat rate fee. So it is one of those things that if you're not sure on supports removed and that kind of thing, if you do add it and there isn't any supports removed, we just refund that $10. But another thing to note is that if you do have supports removed and then you do choose supports removed and sanded, it physically adds it onto the price. So just if you want it sanded, just remove the supports removed. Okay. And it will bring that cost down. So from here, happy with the object, let's choose leaf green. Okay, so we can have a look around. Fantastic. From here, we just scroll down and we want to hit apply. Okay, so we can see here, so the total cost at the moment, we've chosen that supports removed and sanded. So it's around about $50.49, excluding taxes and shipping at the moment. So from here, we can go through and add more items if we want to. We can submit a bespoke request if we need to. But let's proceed to the checkout. So at the moment, we're not logged in. There's a couple of different ways to proceed. So log in with a phone number or log in with an email. So let's log in with a phone number. We'll use the shop phone number. So this is just going to send you a one-time password, and this is where you'll get it either via email or via text. So for example, all right, so that's going to move on to the next screen, which is our shipping options. So we have a couple of different shipping options here. So we've got pick up at Rising Sun FPV, add to a Rising Sun FPV order. Now note that these are only available at the Townsville warehouse if you placed an order with stock from Townsville. We can deliver to an address. So this is where if we can add an address if we want to, and then we can go through and pick the option here. So we have AusPost Express or AusPost Standard. So from here, we've got the Add GST button. Now the Add GST button, it really should say Add ABN. This is more so for businesses so that we can add ABN. We've got the complete order, and we've also got our discount code box here where we can go through and add a discount code and apply. So, 10% off or 15% off, depending on if we're running a promotion at the time. So from here, we've chosen Express. So we can see here that the final price, including taxes and shipping, is going to be $70.61. So happy with that. We're going to go through, and you can also see the breakdown here. We're going to go through complete the order. Complete the order is going to take us to another screen. So we got your request. Our team will review your request and get back to you. So we can see here that we've got the pay now via PayPal and then a debit card as well. You can have a chat with us, pay via purchase order, pay via invoice, save quotes, a dashboard, and pay later. So from here, I would want to go through and complete my purchase. So I'll choose the PayPal now. So once I've paid via PayPal, I'll then get the option. I'll then get an email. We'll get the email to then go through and complete the order. You'll then get an email saying thank you for your order. You'll also then get another email when we move that item out of pending into processing. Processing essentially means that we've put that item on the bed and it's printing at the moment. You'll then get another email when it's ready to be picked up. If you've chosen the pickup from Rust PV, or you'll receive an email with a tracking number that the item has been shipped out. Hope you have as much fun as we do with 3D printing and getting items printed and everything like that. Remember, if you do have any issues or want to ask any questions, you can just click on the little box here, or you can give us a call on 0427589007. If it's manufacturing sort of questions, what materials and that kind of thing, feel free to ask the manufacturing GBT as well. He's fairly smart. But yeah, thank you very much, and we hope to see your 3D print order come through. Thanks.